If you are brand new to day trading and you literally have no idea where to even start, then this video right here is for you. In this video, I'm going to walk you through a couple of different stages. The first one is going to be where do you even start? The second is going to be what prop firm, if any, do you start with? The third is going to be getting into our community with QuantCrawler.com and getting started. You get a free trial and you get plenty of time to test it to see if day trading is going to work for you. So I'm going to do my absolute best to keep this short and sweet, but also I'm going to give you all of the details I possibly can so this is impactful and helpful. So hopefully you can get started on a day trading journey. I am going to preface this whole video with this right here. Day trading does not have a high success rate for most people. This should not be taken as I'm going to watch this video, set it up, and do exactly what Aaron says, and I should be making a bunch of money. I was not a profitable day trader for about 3 years. I was doing options, I did Forex, I did crypto, which was the most successful I've ever been. And then I've done futures. I've literally done it all. I've made the most amount of money in futures, but the only reason I was able to even do it is because I had a ton of knowledge from all the other times I've failed before this. 95% or more of people who try day trading fail. So please, I'm begging you, watch this video, pay attention, but also do not ever over leverage yourself or put yourself into a bad spot. This is one of the most brutal industries to be in. And I'm not saying this to deter you. I'm saying this so you really stop and think, is this the best move for you? Now, with that being said, let's get to the point of the video. I'm going to show you exactly where to start. So guys, the very first thing to do is come over to TradingView.com. You can create a free account. You can create an essential account. You can see here there's sales going on. It's Cyber Monday. You can get discounts on annual or monthly, whatever you want to do. But for all intents and purposes, just sign up for an account so you can start clicking around and seeing everything going on. The thing I would recommend is once you're on tradingview.com and you create an account, I'm not going to walk you through in this video at all about account creation. I'm sure everybody can figure out how to create an account. If you can't, day trading is going to be very overwhelming for you in general. So create your accounts on the websites we're going to, and then we'll pick up after account creation. So right here at the top in the search bar, just very basic, type in NQ. Once you type in NQ and you click the one that shows up at the top, you're going to see this. Yours might look a little bit different because on mine, I've already customized and changed a couple things. I have a full video of TradingView tutorial, dialing it in, getting it to look like this, getting rid of all the extra lines and everything. I will pin that here in this video. I'm not going to walk through all of the settings on this. I'm mainly showing you get into TradingView, type in NQ, and get to this screen right here. Now, in the bottom left down here, there's a thing that says Trading Panel. I want you to click that button. It's going to bring up this right here. I'm going to make mine full screen so we can see it a little bit better. Don't worry about any of this or any of these buttons except this one right here. This is paper trading. It's a brokerage simulator by TradingView. All you have to do is click it. You then click connect. It's a 2-button click and you are connected to paper trade. And if you look at your account balance, it's $100,000. It's paper money. It's completely fake. This is just testing in an environment. So at this point, you have the ability, I'll show you, if you click this buy button or wherever your buy button is, this is how mine is set up. You should be seeing a buy button somewhere on your screen. I think I formatted mine a little bit different, but it may be in the same spot. So you click buy and this screen pops up. So once you are in here and you click this buy button right here, it adds it to your chart. You can see here I had a couple misclicks, so there's some arrows. This means you had a previous order right here. But this is what you need to know. If you liked this chart position and you went in and clicked buy, you are actively in this trade right here. You can see if you click your paper trading button in the bottom left, you can see I'm currently down $35. I'm not doing too well. I'm up $10. You know, it just pops around. So you are actively in this trade right now where you could test a strategy. You're not using any real money. You're not using anything like that at all. Now, let's say you want to set a limit or a stop loss to where you don't want to lose X amount of dollars, or you're looking at this chart and you think, hey, I don't want it to drop below this green candle wick right here that I'm going to zoom in on. If it goes below this, it's going to just keep breaking. I'm going to use this as like a resistance or a support line. So you grab the SL and you drag it down to right here. Is what this now means is if this comes down and pings this line, it automatically closes out the trade and you are out. And this may happen while we're sitting here talking. So I have this right here and we'll have to reset it if it does, but it works the other way as well. You say, all right, I'm willing to lose this much, but this is a $300 loss. I want to make $600, a 1 to 2 risk to reward. You would click this button right here and drag it up to where it says $600 and you would click confirm. So this now means when these candles either hit this, you are out with a $300 loss, or it hits this, you are out with a $600 profit. That's how you can enter this in. The other thing you can do though as well is when you're in this field right here, you can automatically set these if you have an idea you want to be at. You can click this box for your take profit and this box right here for your stop loss. You could then say right here, this price point, let's say you want to be way down here. You want to set your stop loss at 25,300. Let's just say $25,300. And you want your take profit to be at $25,500. You then change this and then look at the bottom. This says on your risk, you are risking $1,815. That's what you would lose at this price point way down here if it hits that. If you hit 25,500, you will make $2,140. Your risk to reward isn't very good. You're a little bit over a 1-to-1, but if you click this button, it's going to automatically bracket these lines at these price points. Your take profit, this line here, would be up here at 25.5. Let me just drag that up and I'll show you. It would look like this, 25.5, confirm it. And then this one would be down at 25.3. Like this, give or take, you know? So I'm just going to close this out. We don't need to be in here. That's how you would do a buy, and it's the same thing with a sell. So that's the big thing. Get into TradingView, click around, watch my other video if you want to completely adjust your settings, the look of it, everything like that. I even walk through in that one, indicators. Again, I'm not going to go into that in this one. I have another video already made of that. I could literally make a 3-hour video of how this works. So indicators, settings, everything like that. The main thing, get set up with a TradingView account, get logged in and set up a paper trading account and just trade for fun. You need to check these balances. I'm not saying do this for weeks at a time or months at a time or whatever. Like there are some people say you need to paper trade for 2 to 3 months before you don't do that. That's a waste of your time. It's a waste of your time and your resources. If we're going to do that for 2 or 3 months, you would have to be feeling very, very uncomfortable with navigating trading. Once you're set up on TradingView, leave this up in its own window. I always have TradingView up all day long. I never move it away. But let's say TradingView, you're used to how the charts look. You have your settings all dialed in from my other video. You like how it is. Now what do? Do you invest your own money? Do you use a brokerage account and do this? If you are brand new, absolutely do not do that. You want to start with a prop firm. Prop firms are essentially businesses that give you X amount of dollars to trade in a simulated environment based on the plan that you get. You go into an evaluation stage. On that evaluation stage, once you pass, they move you to a funded account is what it's called. And by continuing to trade well, you get the opportunity to get real payouts based on your trading. So let me show you 2 prop firms that I like. I'll show you the one that I personally trade on, and then I'll show you the one that has the easiest user interface. So guys, I personally trade on Apex Trader Funding. The reason I do this is because they'll let you have up to 20 funded accounts that can all be copy trading each other. Now, that may be over your head and you're like, hey, I don't even need to know what that is, but I'm just going to tell you quickly. Essentially, one account makes the trade and the other 4 or 5 or 19, if you want to, are copy trading that one. So you're only trading off one account, but making the money off of 4 or 5 or 20, however many accounts are linked to that one. You're basically 4, 5, or 19xing your returns if you have a positive trade. The downside is you're also amplifying your losses too if you lose. Don't even worry about that, but that's why I go with Apex. It's what I prefer. You then scroll down to where it says select your Tradevate plan, and there are a bunch of plans in here, a bunch of options. They look overwhelming. This is what you want to do. This 50K full is the cheapest account. I know it says $187 a month. Don't worry about it. You just click Tradevate right here, and it will load. into a screen that looks like this. You can see I'm already logged in right up here, and it says $187 a month. But is what you want to do, check this box, and then right here in coupon code, type in QuantCrawler. You then can see here it's yelling at me because this is my account and this is my code from quantcrawler.com of what I've built. I'm going to show you that in a minute. And then you check this box right here and you click next. Now, once you get into this screen, you can see that this $50,000 account is not $187, it's $37.40. You get 80% off with my code in there, QuantCrawler. It's $37.40 for the first month. Then after that, it goes to 50% off. It's $93.50 a month after month one. So you get 1 month at this discounted price. And if you don't make it, you can cancel the account, close it, or worst case, it gets funded. You've traded well enough to where you're now traded on a funded account. And as the promo stands right now, it's a one-time $40 activation, no monthly fee. So in total, you could potentially have a $50,000 account that you are trading futures on for $77 out of pocket. That's a lot better than going and putting $5,000 of your own money on a brokerage account. And what if you lose it all? Worst case, this $50,000 account, you end up losing the account and something happens to it, you're out 77 bucks. It's a lot better to be out 77 bucks than 5,000. So sign up for this here and then watch my video on linking Tradeovate to TradingView, and you can then trade out of TradingView where we just set everything up. So you guys can see here, I'll log in and show you my account of what it looks like because it will look exactly like your paper trading account. I already have multiple TradingView accounts. So when I log in, you can see here, these are all of my Apex accounts right here. So I can then trade when I come here and I click this button and I click buy. This is an actual trade that is either making or losing me actual real money off of my funded account. So we have TradingView set up, we have Apex set up. We are now trading within TradingView with our indicators on. I have my own indicator that I've built. It adds everything that I need and I'm able to see my signals. So like today, for example, would have been beautiful. I got 2 long signals off of my indicator. So if I would have went in here when it called a long. I would have set my stop loss right here at the bottom, which is 4.5 points. I would have targeted a 1 to 2 risk to reward. I would have made $1,000. I risk 500 to make 1,000. I would have made $1,000 in about 3 minutes. And then again over here, same exact thing. I would have, when my indicator triggered to go long, I would have went in, set this right here in the middle, just like we did back here. And again, I would have made $2,000 just off this indicator today, triggering to go long. And this is how I'd be up $2,000 today. I didn't take this trade because I was doing other things this morning, but the indicators are on here. I'm trading. I'm actually making money. This is how it works. And my Apex accounts are integrated with TradingView, so I can trade off of this. Now, if you say, Aaron, that's cool and all, that's too much for me, let me show you the very best next company to go to that might make things a little bit easier for you than having to do that. This company is called Topstep. They have been in the industry for 12 years. They have a ton of people using their platform. They just revamped their pricing structure. So let me show you that real quick. You can see here a no activation fee 50K account, just like we had on Apex, is $89 a month. It's a little bit more. Even with Apex, if you pay the $37 and the $40 activation, you're still actually cheaper technically over there than you are here with Topstep. But whatever is best for you, I have accounts on Topstep. I'll show you what those look like right now. But essentially, you create your account on whatever platform you want, and then you pick whatever account you want on here. This has to be up to you. I would highly recommend just the $50,000 account. You don't need these bigger accounts when you're starting. You can scale up to these later if you want the opportunity to make more money at higher leverage. Higher leverage, more risk, more reward. That's just the name of the game. Go with a 50K account, hit select, get it set up, and then this is what it'll look like when you log in. Once you get logged in, it's going to look very similar to TradingView. So you're going to have all of your buttons and indicators and everything over here. Topstep has very few indicators compared to what TradingView actually has. They claim it lags their system, blah, blah, blah. I claim it makes it harder for you to trade on here without your indicators because you have to run two screens. And they do it so you lose your accounts and you have to keep buying the new accounts with them. That's what I think. Because somehow, for some reason, their indicators that they have don't lag the system. But if you have an indicator that you like, it's going to lag the system somehow. Apparently, it's a big deal. They don't allow it. So, the other thing on here that is really nice is if you look over where my picture is on the screen here, there's a little settings icon right above like where my head is on the right hand side. If you click this, when you come into your Topstep account, you can actually say, hey, on every single trade, I'm only willing to lose $100 because I'm just getting my feet wet here, and I want to make $200. You check this box right here, automatically apply risk profit bracket to new positions, and then click save changes. Is what this does now is, let's say right here, you like how this looks. I actually need to change accounts because I locked myself out of this one because we had a good day. We made $2,000 today. Let's look at this one here. We'll go set our same parameters up. We'll do this at 100, this at 200, automatically apply and click save changes. Let me take my camera away. You can see over here on the right-hand side, there's a green buy and a red sell. If you think the market is going long and going up, when you click this buy button, it's going to automatically bracket a $100 stop loss and a $200 take profit. So it would say $100 right here, stop loss, $200 take profit up here. Wherever those hit, then at that point, your $100 stop loss is in play with a $200 risk. So risk to reward is there, and it auto brackets it for you. And it's the same way over here with the red sell button. It adds your stop loss and your take profit based on the numbers you put in right here. So is what we've done so far is we've talked about getting a TradingView account set up, logging in and paper trading, just the most simple, basic things. But through that process, if you want to pair another technical analysis tool with what you're already trying to learn, and you can do this with Apex, you can do this with Topstep, it doesn't matter. You want to go to the website. You're probably like, hey, come on, Aaron, the website that I built because it will help you. So let me show you what it looks like. You come over to QuantCrawler.com. Is what QuantCrawler is what I built is for, it says stop guessing, start trading with AI precision. Upload any chart, get exact entries, stops, and targets in seconds, track every trade, and see your real P&L. So once you create an account, you get a free trial and you log in. This is what you're going to see right here when you get logged in. You can go to futures, which is what you're most likely trading. If you're watching this video, you can do Forex on here. You can also do crypto. So I'm going to keep this insanely simple. Once you create an account and log in, you're going to go to futures. It's going to look like this right here. Now, you can do this on your Topstep account. You can do this on TradingView. Since we're already logged into Topstep, we're just going to leave it as is. Here's what you do. Drag this 15-minute chart up here as far over as you can to get it close to where it's red and says GC right over here on the side of the trade window, or the chart window, excuse me. Truncate this down a little bit so you get as much detail as you can in here. And then you want to copy this chart. You can either go to the camera right here and click copy image, or the hotkeys, Control-Shift-S is what I just did. And then you want to paste that in right here on QuantCrawler. You then want to come back and do the 5-minute chart. Kind of space this out a little so it can see that there's movement here. And you want to copy this one. And then you paste that right here into QuantCrawler. You want to do the exact same thing as you would imagine for the 1 minute. As much detail as you can while still being legible and you can read it fairly well. And then you paste it in, and then all you do is hit analyze or enter. I'm just going to hit enter and let this thing go to work. Watch this. Once it runs its analysis, it'll break down and analyze those charts, and it will tell you based on what it's seeing, it thinks that you should either go long, go short, or stay away. So right now it's saying stay away. And the reason for it is right here. Lack of clear structure on the middle time frame, which is the 5-minute chart, and insufficient confluence across time frames, all of them make this setup not actionable. It doesn't see that there's any plays available on gold right now that it likes based on how the chart looks. Like, see how up and down but fairly choppy it is the whole way? It's not liking how something looks on here, and there's no clear indication of where it's going because it's up, it's down, it's chopping around, all that stuff. So it's telling you don't make a play right now, despite how you feel. It's kind of reaffirming what you may already be thinking or pointing out something that you might not see. You might look at this and say, hey, I know that it's going down right now, but if I look back here, it went down, it went up, it went down a little, it went up. Why would it not go down a little and then go up? It's just telling you there's no clear direction. So it's giving you an idea. You shouldn't do it. Stay away. So let's come over here to NQ. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to drag these candles as far over as we can close to the NQ, and we're going to take our snapshot. We're then going to load that into QuantCrawler, and then we do the same thing on the 5-minute and the 1-minute, just like we just did on GC, our gold contract. Now on this one, it's telling us that we should go long. So NQ, the current price is 25404. It's saying entry at 25391. I've said this a lot. I personally built this and I don't like this field. The only reason I have it in here is because users requested it. I don't follow this. That's my preference. I'm a little bit riskier of a trader. So you can decide based on how you operate in your strategy if this is something you want to do. So if it is, let's go mark it on the chart, 25391. On the 1-minute chart, let's take our drawing tool over here, find 25391, which is about right here where this blue line is. When the price hits this, it's saying go in, go long, and then you would set your stop loss right down here on number 1 at 25381. So let's mark that just so we can see it. It's barely allowing any movement. We're also on the full size NQ. We really should be doing this on MNQ, but I'm just going to keep it here because it's just an example. I'm not taking this trade. And then the target 25411. So then we have 25411 is also very close to where it's at right now. That if you enter here on this middle line, it's assumed and recommended entry point. If it hits here, you're going to lose. If it hits here, you're going to win. You would lose $100 or make $200 depending on what this does if it actually hits. So the point of me showing you this is if you're looking at charts and you're looking for a little bit added confidence of what's going to happen is you can use quantcrawler.com as an additional tool to help you actually reaffirm and solidify what you're possibly thinking on the chart, or like we said back here on this one, to stay away. If I thought I was going to go long on this and it looked good and this says stay away, its confidence rating is 30%. That's not very high for me. And the reason for it, it tells you why. Again, lack of clear structure on the middle time frame and insufficient confluence across makes this setup not actionable. If we look at NQ, let's read what that one says. The 5-minute chart shows a potential support level that the price is currently respecting, and the 15-minute chart is neutral. So the 15-minute chart is neutral, not a lot of movement up or down, and the 5-minute chart shows a potential support level that the price is respecting. It's not dropping below a certain price on the 5-minute chart, which is right here. It's respecting this level all the way back to, this is 2 hours ago, 2.5 hours ago. It has not been down to this level, and it pings right here, and it's been respecting and staying above it. So it doesn't think it's going to drop any more than that right now based on what it can see. The last piece on here, if you click took this trade, it brings you into your trade journal. This is probably one of the most important pieces when it comes to day trading, is being able to track your progress. So it pulls all of these items from what it recommended off of the analysis over here directly into your trade journal. You then say, did you take this trade? Let's say, yes, I took it. Signal entry 25391. Let's say I went in at 25400. I got in late, or currently where it's at. That's where I got in. And I exited at 25416, and I made, we'll make something up, $800. Followed exactly, partially followed. What I partially follow? The long. Exited too early, entered too late, took profit before target, moved stop loss, or other reason. You can just put entered late and then click track trade. Once you do that, on your performance analytics within QuantCrawler, you can see you've made one trade with a 100% win rate for a total P&L of $800. So you can start to see where are you performing well, how many trades have you taken, how many have you won, and then you can see your performance by market. And then you can also edit the trade down at the bottom, which you can't see, but there's an edit button down there. And that's kind of how this operates. You can also see off of QuantCrawler at the top up here, this section where I have highlighted is the most tracked and ran tickers of the day on QuantCrawler. So it's GC, which is gold, then NQ, which we just looked at, and then MGC, which is the micro version or macro of GC. So guys, is what we went over there is get a TradingView account, do the free version and do paper trading. Just set it up and see if you can figure it out for a couple weeks or a week, however long until you feel comfortable with what you're doing to have some confidence going into a prop firm account. Go to Apex, get an account and link it with TradingView and start trading right there and just see if at worst case you're going to lose $37 on a $50,000 account with my promo code QuantCrawler through Apex. That's the worst. The best case, you pass the evaluation because your strategy works. You pay a $40 activation fee, which means $77 out of pocket. You're now into a funded account with the opportunity to make real money, like real money paid out directly in US dollars or whatever your currency is straight into your bank account. So once you get TradingView set up, do what you want in there. You can go to QuantCrawler and set it up while you're paper trading and see if QuantCrawler works. Test it. See if it helps reconfirm what you already see on the charts or see if it just plays out and it can be part of your strategy. Then when you're ready, get a prop firm account and test it. Then once you get enough payouts where you feel comfortable and you can fund your own brokerage account of $5,000 and you're willing to lose that money entirely if a trade goes wrong on you, go for it. The flip side to that, you have massive potential and upside, but I wouldn't recommend it until you get into TradingView and paper trade for at least a week or two. Prove your strategy. You really should paper trade longer than a week or two, by the way. I'm not advocating for just get in there for a week. Did you make money and then move on? Do it until you feel confident and comfortable. When you can consistently show week after week you're making money profitable within paper trading, try a prop firm account. There's barely any risk to you, under $100 all around. Whether you go with Apex or Topstep, prove to yourself that you can do it, or prove and see if you're part of the 95% of day traders that fail. Either way, don't hemorrhage money, protect your losses, and get started. You never know. Something like this could change your life.